waterkeeper has to be the spokesperson for their water body. And they have to have a boat. When you're boating on your body of water, it instills in you almost subliminally a knowledge about that body of water. And you get closer to it and you understand the ebbs and flows. So not only is it a physical tool, it's also a spiritual tool. It connects us to the water.
Somebody has to be the mind, the voice, the spirit, the conscience. And Joe Payne, our baykeeper, has been such for, 22 years now. A baykeeper without a boat is kind of an oxymoron. Coming on board as president and seeing that the boat was getting on in years, I made it one of my priorities to get with the board and get with the community and see if we couldn't upgrade our equipment for the next 20 years.
Well, we use our Baykeeper boat in a variety of ways. Perhaps first and foremost, it's a safe platform for doing our scientific work. There's a lot of equipment we're lowering down over the side, bringing back, and that gives us a lot of data.
So we've been doing this testing of Casco Bay year-round, doing this water column profile test. One of the things that we've been doing over the years is supporting other researchers, and this newer vessel has a lot more amenities to provide to other researchers.
But we also use the boat as a public relations platform. We can do a lot of one-on-one education or education with key groups of policymakers, as well as donors and volunteers and friends of the Bay. And then Joe, of course, as baykeeper, can use that boat to investigate anything that we get word about that needs to be looked at.
A key thing for Friends of Casco Bay is that we have a boat. And that really makes our activities, our approach, different than a lot of other environmental organizations. We can go out on the water, collect data, look at that data, and make decisions based on the facts as we see them. And over again, that comes in really handy when we're talking to regulators, for instance, and they want to know about, okay, well, what do you know about this locally? We can show them our data.
I sat with the executive committee for a minute 2 years ago after we decided to buy the boat, and once we found it, we said, what are we going to call it? And I think it was me, I'll take credit for it. I said, I suggest we call it this, the Joseph E. Payne. And everybody said, yup, and the rest is history.
Joe is known around the world. He was the 7th baykeeper or waterkeeper. Joe Payne has been a real gift to the Casco Bay estuary and oceans and tidal areas and deep water, far beyond the outer reaches of Small Point and Cape Elizabeth.
I hereby christen thee the research vessel Joseph E. Payne. May you keep all who sail upon your deck safe from harm and always bring them safely home.
I'm not a big enough person to say no when the board asked me, because it's such a huge honor for someone who, was on a boat in utero to having a boat be part of my entire professional career. There's no higher honor than having a boat named after you.
We're really grateful to have this new boat, and it's beautiful. So when you see it on the water with a big Casco Baykeeper on the side of it, make sure that you realize that you really kind of own a piece of that. It belongs to everyone. We're just out there doing the work.